think this will go down as the WrestleMania everyone will remember.
No.
Nope.
Which is a shame.
I think there's moments like the end, Cody winning, The Undertaker coming out, Cena coming out, all of that, I think will be remembered. But it'll be one of those ones was that WrestleMania 40 or was it WrestleMania 39? Or
But see, this is my point I was making to you a couple of months ago, is where like because they delayed it with this all year, no one's going to care. Like, I'm not saying they don't care about Cody, but like, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth holding it up. Still going.
I think overall it was an okay card. Right, the card had a lot more potential than what we actually got.
And I think because everyone has so much anticipation for this WrestleMania, especially because of what had been going on with the Cody Roman storyline, everyone was expecting this to be, biggest WrestleMania of all time as they were building it up to be.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't that, was it?
I wouldn't even put it in probably the top 15.
No.
I think with barely makes the top 40.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But no, I think obviously with a few things that happened throughout the year, there's a few disruptions.
Yeah, obviously that wasn't everything that happened. That card was not originally the way they wanted to go. That's fair enough.
So I'm hoping next year with a full year of Triple H and TKO that we get. Because it's not like the Hall of Fame. Like the Hall of Fame was handpicked by Triple H, but like that's a last minute thing. You know what I mean? Like they build that up.
Yeah.
They worked that out 2 months beforehand.
I mean, they still had a long time though to
but
get
you had
WrestleMania right.
But you had the whole thing that happened before Royal Rumble with the Vince McMahon stuff. That ultimately takes Brock Lesnar out the picture. You've then got the injury to Punk. You then had the injury to Rollins. You then had the TKO takeover. You had The Rock coming in, the disruptions there. Like there was a lot of things, a lot of uncertainty in the build-up to it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like having a clean slate now, they've got a whole year to get next WrestleMania right. Because it's been a couple of years now where it hasn't felt like WrestleMania.
The problem for me is that like Raw and SmackDown for the last month, maybe 2 months, have been more compelling viewing than what WrestleMania was. And that's just not acceptable.
Yeah, about 2 months or so, yeah. Problem with that, on top of it as well, is that some of it was more compelling because they used so much build-up for WrestleMania for, say, the last 3 or 4 weeks. Like some of it was absolute cinema because you knew the build-up was going to be created at the end at WrestleMania, and all of that becomes not moot, but like yeah.
The other thing I feel with this, there wasn't really any WrestleMania moments.
No,
you know what I mean? Like that last match,
Speed getting up there. No,
no, that was like that'd probably be my favorite WrestleMania moment from this WrestleMania.
Yeah, but
when you talk about
Jay and Jimmy Uso spear off is probably
that'd be up there. But like you talk about people having their WrestleMania moment, like that Bayley's was barely a moment.
Yeah,
I feel bad for her too.
Damian Priest. Didn't even really celebrate. Like he was.
Yeah.
It was almost like they tried to repeat the Seth Rollins thing, where
I'm so mad that 2 WrestleMania cash-ins now, and the other one's Damian Priest.
Yeah,
it was always going to happen though.
Yeah, but Height of the Century and then Damian Priest.
Yeah,
but it was the perfect time. You had to take out McIntyre.
Also, though,
because that was his moment. All of a sudden, he's finally got everything he wanted, and bang! Someone new's taken it away.
But again,
someone that he screwed over from getting the title months ago. Like it all comes full circle.
But again, they've made it too predictable because they left it until WrestleMania.
Does that mean they're going to have a match in
SummerSlam or Payback?
Payback?
No, it'll be Payback.
It'll be Payback, and it'll be
Backlash, not Payback.
Backlash, sorry. It'll be Punk. Yeah, it'll be Punk McIntyre. That'll be a good match. But
if they'd have done it at Elimination
Priest and
Chamber
McIntyre.
or
Yeah.
Royal
Yeah,
Rumble, it would have been much more of a moment.
Priest and McIntyre will have a match first.
no, I don't reckon. I reckon they'll make McIntyre earn it again, and then he'll do Priest.
Nah,
Because I want to give Priest a little bit more time as
because
champ.
he'll have his contracted rematch.
True.
So they'll build that
Yeah.
for Backlash. He might even win and then set up Drew Rawlins.
You know what it is?
Triple threat SummerSlam.
I just don't care now. Like I'm not. There's not a storyline in all this that have come out of where I'm really excited to see what's next. I'm just like, yeah, okay, that's all done now. Like it's just,
Yeah, but that's part of the allure of WrestleMania is that's the end.
but that's not what happened last year.
No, but
Last year,
tomorrow,
or really like the year before.
it was always supposed to be WrestleMania finished. That's the end of the season. Monday night, new season starts. Fresh things happen.
Yeah. Okay.
The crowd goes wild because nobody knew what to expect. We had the Dolph Ziggler cash in. You had like NXT call ups that would happen.
Yeah, but we
Surprise
don't,
people coming out on Raw.
we don't really
Like-
have anything to look forward to for Monday Night Raw now. Like,
But-
there isn't.
But none of that happens anymore.
Yeah.
Like the last couple of years, Raw after WrestleMania has been dead.
Yeah, I can't say I'm going to be watching tomorrow.
Like, I'll watch, but I don't think it's going to be
Is it
anything.
because they
impressive.
spend all their hype and credibility on the 2 nights of WrestleMania?
No, I think it's more that they've gone through.
They've changed the format.
They've gone through a stage of the WrestleMania itself. The quality dropped off, so the hype around the Raw dropped off.
Yeah.
And then not only that, they changed from one night to 2 nights. So all those people that would go WrestleMania and then go to Raw the next night
That's
now
actually
go
kind of the point Zach just made. He said like because of all the energy of being put in to go like.
I took what he said.
Oh, as part of it, yeah.
I thought he meant like WWE spent all the build up on WrestleMania that they then didn't put any effort into Raw.
I mean, it's probably a little bit of what they've done. Like,
Yeah.
probably.
But yeah, the two. If that was your point, and I took it wrong, yeah, the 2 nights of everyone's then just spent and doesn't go to.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the energy for Raw.
It's just a bit. Yeah. I'm probably gonna stick with it now. I'm still strongly believe they should have finished the original story a year ago, given wide berth and space to do whatever they wanted with it this year. It could have been fresh, but they decided that the bloodline was only in its 4th, 3rd inning, stupid, and now we've had to pull the Rock in, and everyone's mad because we wanted Cody to finish the story when we could have had Rock Roman. That might have been good. Like it's just, I don't know. It's shambles.
And now, if Roman does retire, and they've made this whole thing about like at the end there, Cody's the new face of the company, right?
Yeah.
Because they've got everyone behind him, right? Cody's the new face of the company. So now he's got to do a Roman. He's got to go on a really long title run against who knows as a baby face.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to play that.
No, I don't
But
know.
who's it that can take it? Punk's probably for that for another month, 2 months.
Punk's not quite heel. He's also not quite face. He's just kind of like
He's tweener.
I was talking about like big enough people that can take it off him.
Yeah, but still, like he's not. The right
You're
person.
lucky.
But also he's going to be involved around the McIntyre area and the World Heavyweight title. So maybe Rollins, but it wouldn't make sense to immediately put Rollins in the WWE.
Especially if he's
done
hurt.
a knee.
Maybe.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Why are they showing this now?
It's a Snitsky documentary.
Right after WrestleMania.
Hey, Sheepy's on TV. Like that's no.
Why are they not showing like an Undertaker?
I forgot about him kicking the baby.
The catch was great though.
Yeah.
Catches it by the head.
Oh.
If you're looking at people to be in the world heavy or in the what do you call it, the Universal Undisputed Championship.
The stupid title that's 3 titles, but actually 1
Slim
title.
Jim
But
Championship.
it's undisputed in 2 titles. Oh.
Wait till they sell.
It's actually 4 belts. That's what it is.
Okay. Maybe can we just go back to calling it the WWE?
Yeah, we can go back.
Because that's what it is, right?
That's the last time I stopped watching it. It's when they unified everything.
Yeah, it's the WWE title.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what titles are like joined together? WWE
and Universal.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just the WWE Championship though, because whatever the Universal was is now what the World Heavyweight Championship is being. So it's just WWE Championship, World Heavyweight Championship.
They call
We're
it
back to 2005, everybody.
Yeah,
we're good.
They call it everything under the sun, don't they?
Yeah.
Like undisputed Universal
Slim
WWE
Jim.
World Heavyweight Championship or something like that.
World Heavyweight, Slim Jim, Dude White's champion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait until they start selling off the naming rights to the title.
No,
That's when I start watching wrestling. So that's
the World Heavyweight Prime Championship.
oh, if they just make a Prime Championship, that'd be funny. I'm okay.
Yeah, kind of like what
Just
they
the Prime-
did
just the
with
Prime
Or
World Belt.
have it like the European or the hardcore title.
no, they did it with
No, just like a Prime
Zack
Bottle Belt.
Ryder, didn't
Just
they?
metallic. Huh?
Zack Ryder made his own championship.
Internet
Championship,
Internet Championship.
Did he ever get paraded on TV though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had it on TV, but he didn't actually ever defend it on TV.
Yeah.
Until he
He
went
defended
to-
it on house shows though.
Yeah, maybe. I know he defended it on TNA, and then TNA made their own version.
You mean Matt Cardona?
I think it's signed to AEW again.
Yeah, it's the second time.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, where else are you going to put him?
I'd like to see him back on WWE TV, but I don't know how he'd fit.
He's just going to be Zack Ryder again. He's just going to get...
No, but you would have said the same thing about Sean Spears coming back. Like, oh, it's just going to be Ty Dillinger again.
No, I don't
But he
mean...
came back for Sean Spears.
I don't mean like that. I mean, he's going to have the same kind of role. He's just going to get buried. Like, he's not...
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
I don't have hope for Sean Spears in WWE programming. It's cool that he's there.
I don't see him moving past NXT.
No, I don't either. God, I miss Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
There was actually a reunion at the WWE World thing at WrestleMania with the Hurt Business. Shelton Benjamin, MVP.
Isn't Shelton Benjamin one of the people coming to Ballarat soon for the thing?
Well, for the
Next
Red Cup
weekend.
thing.
Yeah, isn't he?
Yeah.
Imagine WrestleMania Philadelphia one night and then Ballarat.
In this weather.
Yeah.
It's cold, it's wet, it's raining. They've also announced the Great Car, or formerly known as the Great Carly.
No.
And everyone's favourite dancing Indian, Shanky.
Damn, now we gotta go.
Speaking of Shelton Benjamin, that's one world title contender that they could put up against Cody. Brock Lesnar, if he was to come back.
Yep.
That would
But
work.
do you really want to open
Yeah.
that up again after they had their trilogy of matches though, and Cody kind of proved that?
Yeah,
like,
but the
that's just redoing it.
the whole point that Brock wasn't allowed to go after the WWE title while Roman was champion, that's now over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you have Lesnar come out on Raw.
if they would say on roids, I'm like, that's a
Like
newsflash.
his whole life.
Just music hits, Lesnar comes out, Heyman at his side out of nowhere.
Nah, I'm not interested in that. Not even a little. I don't want Heyman back with Lesnar.
Suplex.
Nah. I want to see him. I do want to. There's one. I want to see him go against Randy Orton. I do want to see that.
Yeah,
Randy, no, it's got to be the
Cody
right.
or Brock?
you're putting face against face, and
But I
it
don't.
works for a one-off match with a small build-up. But
That's fine. You only have to start giving him small things to be successful before you start.
then
Because you're probably going to have to build a new heel up to.
then you're doing the Sami Zayn thing for it, and it feels like you don't know what to do with him now that he's got the championship.
Yeah, but I'm saying do one or two while you build someone credible as a big heel, and then start putting them in. I don't. That's the point.
I mean, Randy can do a good heel turn.
Randy's a great
Yeah.
heel.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's just come back. He's got the face thing going.
I'm
He's
sure.
kind of got the thing going with Logan Paul. Whether or not that's now done, we don't know.
I'm sure he'd be perfectly
AJ Styles would probably be maybe the first Cody and AJ.
Not
interested.
He's the only bit. He's the biggest heel on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But he's not a good heel.
No.
He's shit heel. Like he's.
But
yeah, it's.
As you said, if you do a short time one while you're building someone's
credibility
heel turn, or you're bringing someone in, or you're bringing someone back, maybe it's Gunther.
That'd be cool.
Cody and Gunther go on a 3 month run.
I think it's time. I think it's probably time to put him in that scene. So I'd be down for that.
He's just lost.
Gunther can't win, but like he can have some close matches.
It's definitely failing up with the world, losing Intercontinental, going straight to the big title.
Well, it's been the whole point. It's why he got the longest like reign of all time. He's been very dominant. Now it's like obviously he's too good for the Intercontinental title. You have to put him into the next position. Because like the thing is, everyone knows that he still looks so good in that loss that if you put him against Sammy again, he switches him.
Well, what do they do with Gunther now though?
They put him in.
No.
Oh,
with the fact that he's been in WWE for like 2,100 days, and he's been champion in that for like 1,800 of them.
Who?
Gunther,
really? Was he already? Oh, you talking about NXT as well?
He's held the NXT UK title for 3 years.
I forgot about that.
And then he dropped that. Was like
you mean Walter? Yeah.
2 months later, he's on the main roster and winning the Intercontinental title. He's then held that for 660 days.
Yeah.
And now they've dropped that. If they give him a world title,
I mean, give him the world heavyweight, but
if they give him either of the titles at some point in the near future, because Triple H is that big on him, it's probably going to happen within the next year.
I don't think it goes that way. I think it gets to the point of where I think he probably wins Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank in the next year. Like, I think that's him. I think he's going
Rumble, yes. Money in the Bank, no.
No. I'm just saying, but I'm saying I think he's going to have that guaranteed match for a title. Wow. Sorry, I didn't realize it was Kelly.
She was on before.
I know.
One of them was watching.
I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, but the point, you probably should win the Rumble, but you can build him enough to make him look strong without having to put a title around him again.
But it's not the fact that you're making him look strong by having a title on him. It's the fact that he commands the respect.
Though he's not a WWE title guy, he's a world heavyweight.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
I would say that.
It's like you think, say, like Batista, for example. He was never a WWE title guy. He was always a world heavyweight guy. It's just that sort of personality, that belt suits him, and I think it's the same with Gunther.
Yeah, I think you're right. But if you put that title on him, he's had these 2 massive reigns.
Yeah.
He's got to hold on to the world title for a long time because he's that sort of big, dominant wrestler.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, how close is he getting to Roman? And are you just repeating? Does Gunther start looking like a Roman knockoff? Or if you look back at it across all of NXT UK and everything like that, does everyone just realise that Roman's just the bigger version of Gunther?
Yeah, look, I don't think he has to go straight into a title match in the next 6 months. That's not what
6 to 10 months.
But sure, we'll win Rumble or whatever, and then do it at WrestleMania. But I just think he should be moved into the world heavyweight title picture.
Yeah,
you've got to think about how many strong faces there probably are at the moment that he can fight and beat, and it won't matter.
Yeah,
because they don't have belts. Like you've got Rollins, you've got Orton, you've got even you can even put him against people like Gable and stuff again, and and still create that as credible stuff. But there's enough strong faces where he can look really good without a title probably the next year.
Yeah,
at least, and then put him in the world heavyweight title picture. Let McIntyre and Punk and Priest, him. I think it's just so unforgettable.
I think that he's probably either going to end up going after Priest and beating Priest after this.
I think it's right after he loses the title, though.
No, I think if he goes out, if they put him into the world title picture with Priest, Gunther beats him.
I'm just not interested.
And that's where Priest loses the title. If he doesn't drop it back to Drew, and the whole Seth CM Punk situation all comes in and becomes a 4-way.
I was going to say, I could it being a 4-way.
I could see that making sense though as well, because if McIntyre lost immediately and then you put it to Gunther challenging McIntyre can go have his angle with Punk without the title, the angle looks good. Gunther can then go after Priest. Yeah. And then if Priest is bad, you can just immediately put it around Gunther.
Yeah.
And then CM Punk can earn it off of Gunther later on. So
But I think the way it would make sense is if you have Gunther and Cody have a thing, because that's a credible guy for Cody to go up against. It's a young up and comer. It would suit Cody's sort of, this is the new era, these are the new guys. It suits that whole thing.
Cody's almost 40, but yeah.
No, but he's the new face. Like he's talking about the new era with all these like new guys coming into the main event.
Yeah, he's going to be the face that runs the place.
Like Gunther, Priest, these are the new guys that are moving into that main event spot to take over from those guys that are now, at the back end moving away.
And they're all.
I know they're all old.
No, that's just nuts. So it's like the new era probably only has 6-7 years.
Yeah, but I mean that's 6 or 7 years.
Cody might have 10, but like
that's that new era. That's 6 or 7 years for. He's 38.
Yeah.
So
just do a Roman and do part-time champion.
3 years. He's only 3 years younger than Priest. Priest 41.
Yeah,
we're talking about him only having 6 years left.
They're trying to up and come LA Knight. He's 41.
Yeah,
and like.
Yeah,
like you don't think about it. A lot of like the talent is not that young. Like what Theory Waller's not that young.
Waller's 35.
Yeah, like Theory, who's he's 25. You've got
Theory,
Mysterio,
Strowman,
who's
Breaker, Dom. But it gives those guys
time. He's in time, which is great
to build into that main event spot.
Yeah.
Well, like they're really going to have to pull some people from. Like Carmelo Hayes, like Trick Williams, like
Carmelo's probably making the step up now, standing deliver's done.
Yeah, and after Trick beat him, so Logan Paul,
Logan is one that will probably move into the main event spot.
Probably considering he signed a full-time contract, yes.
And considering he held his own against Roman in Saudi Arabia in that main event spot and didn't look stupid.
And that he looks as good as he does when he's such an annoying heel.
I almost think they need to stop making Logan look weak at times.
Yeah.
Like they do a lot of stuff where he's just like still intimidated by like Randy Orton or whatever, and they sort of make him look weak, and then
but they're still trying to.
And then he goes and beats them, and he's done that several times now.
I think that attributes to that heel character of him though as well.
Yeah,
that's why.
Because he said to Seth Rollins on his podcast, like he still doesn't quite get the psychology side.
Yeah.
And like he's still trying to find his feet in his character.
Mm-hmm.
And he's using what he knows, and what he knows is that people don't like him for being an outsider. So he's playing on that.
Yeah.
I'm an outsider. Yeah. I'm just sort of like the regular YouTube guy that's come into your business. I'm not the big wrestler like you guys. So he's playing off that intimidation and like trying to get sneak attacks and sneak jabs and
Talking about Paul, are we watching Jake get knocked out within 30 seconds or
Jake's gonna win that fight, mate?
I don't think he will.
I'm on the fence.
I think Jake wins.
I think purely for how many opinions just went in, we probably should watch the fight.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, Tyson still looks great against Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
I would.
And that was only like, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, agreed. I don't know. I think that's what has me on the fence. But also, Paul is still starting to look. He's like, now that he's actually
starting to look credible.
Now that he's started to actually put some pro boxes under his belt, I'm like, I'm actually pretty happy.
The thing is, who is he versus has got the punching power of Tyson?
I'm not talking about punching power. Tyson doesn't have the punching power of Tyson anymore. That's the problem.
And
he's still powerful.
60 years old, mate.
But he's 60. He does not have that.
I'd still rather Tyson than Paul in a fight.
Nah. He's not got the speed. He's not got the agility. He's not got the. That he once had.
Oh,
yes, what I'm saying.
Have you seen any of his training videos?
Yeah,
he's still bloody lightning.
Yeah, he is. He's like, yeah, he's
but at 60 years old, your brain doesn't move as quick.
KSI looks good hitting the pad, so you know.
Yeah.
We all got to remember, pad work does not translate how good of a boxer you are nowadays, like or ever. But then in my soul, no,
something, Cody Rhodes,
something, Cody Rhodes. Good to see we believe in the new champ.
So I saw a report after not SmackDown that happened Saturday, but the week before, where they had Theory and Waller in the match, and they'd won theirs. And Meltzer came out during the week and said they're unsure about them having them in this match. They're talking about Pretty Deadly being in the match and taking those two out.
Oh yeah, you've been talking this before.
I've just seen the meme that someone's put up with Meltzer's tweet about it, and that there's a meeting happening, and then underneath it, there's the photo of Waller and Theory holding the tag titles. that is just probably like a lot of people are weaning off Dave Meltzer and his reports.
What do you mean now? Well, I think
no, but like it's over the last probably year, it's becoming more and more.
People still talk about them all the time.
AEW fans do.
Yeah.
Because they keep getting 5-star matches because he hates WWE.
Yeah.
He really doesn't like WWE, though, does he?
I mean, I thought his opinion would change
when Vince left.
When Triple H took over, not so much when Vince left, but when
Triple
H took over creative. Because a lot of the 5-star matches that WWE have been in NXT under Triple H.
Almost all of them.
So I thought his opinion would change.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to have at all.
I think he's just he's a bitter old man. So at this point.
So
in fairness,
let Freddie Prinze Jr. rate them, honestly.
In fairness, though, like by his criteria, a lot of matches these days in WWE don't tick his boxes.
Yeah, but it's one guy's.
I mean, to be fair,
of course it is, but he's entitled to his opinion.
Oh,
he's entitled to rate matches according to his criteria.
You're right, he is entitled.
And his criteria doesn't fit, like what WWE do these days.
No,
and
sorry, it's not New Japan, but like, it's
that's his taste.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, but it's the fact that people hold it so highly.
Yeah.
I think he'd rim Will Ospreay if he could at this point.
And don't get me wrong, Will Ospreay is really, really good.
Oh yeah, no, he is. Like I'm not. That's not a dig at Will Ospreay.
Is he the best in the world at the moment?
No,
like everyone's saying.
No,
I don't think so.
No.
Top 10, yes. Top 5, pushing.
Okay, who is the best in the world at the moment?
That's such a variable answer.
I agree.
I don't think there's like a solid top 10 you could agree on.
I think the top 5 would be interchangeable in any way, shape, or form.
I think it depends on who you ask for a full top 10 personally. Like it's too like it's not like it's not football or it's not basketball or it's not one of those things where it's like you have very clear cut players, very clear cut leagues where you can be like, yeah, they're up here because this. Like,
yeah,
it's all different styles and style management, and it's in different programs that don't merge with each other.
And some people are better in the ring, some people are better on the mic.
Yeah, and you have
and no matter which way you look at it, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, these guys put on the best matches." But wrestling's not just about matches; it's storytelling.
No, there's so much more to that. But that's also dependent on what you're a fan of. Like some people just want to go watch New Japan, and they want to go watch heavy matches, and that is fine. They enjoy it. They don't care about like the prime WWE storytelling sort of thing.
Yeah,
prime WWE. Let's just remember I said prime.
Good plug.
I can't talk because I'm having a can of the end.
Yeah.
But like I did. Maybe if you go right up to the camera and do it, maybe they'll notice.
But
prime energy.
Yeah, I don't know. Who would your top 5 be at the moment?
I don't know. Would we even be able to come to a consensus?
God no.
No, that's why.
There's zero chance of that.
Yeah.
Zero.
No, but everyone has their own opinion. That's why I'm saying, well, who's your top 5?
Oh, jeez.
Is it current or all time?
Current.
Okay. I think I could probably put 2 AEW guys in there because I still really like Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I'd probably have Kenny in my top 5.
Yeah, I think he's great. And yeah, maybe Will Ospreay. So probably those 2 from AEW.
I might actually have 3 in mine. Maybe Will Ospreay's the one that might not make.
Who else are you going to put in?
MJF.
Not for me.
Cooled off for me.
Yeah.
He's also been out injured for the last.
No, but like once he became champ, I was not interested anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think they had great
I
angles.
thought he still had a good run. The story with Adam Cole was a bit. Meh.
I would have put Adam Cole in my top 5 probably a few years ago.
Yeah,
I definitely would have.
Before he went to AEW,
Yeah.
his NXT run, I thought was
Adam
fantastic.
Cole, baby. Like, yeah,
I love the Undisputed Era.
And
now they're doing the Undisputed Elite.
I have to say, I'm struggling to think of guys in WWE.
I'd put Rollins in there.
Yeah, Rollins.
Rollins has got to be.
Yeah, Rollins.
He's always consistently a good worker. He's always good on the mic. His matches are always top palatable.
Yeah.
Like I can't say I've watched a match of his that was probably in the last 10 years that I'd say wasn't palatable. That wasn't at least tolerable at worst.
I'd probably still put Randy Orton in there, to be honest. So for me, it would either be like him or maybe Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre would be top 10.
As much as I made that whole thing be like, I really want Drew to win, I'd put top 10, yeah. So I put him like 7.
That's the problem I'm having, is that it's really difficult. Like Cody, I think is great in the ring, but only just okay on the mic. And
I think his mic skills are good. I think his lisp lets him.
Maybe. I think the problem,
like we said earlier, there's a bit of awkwardness around him.
That's fine though. Like I think you can get away with that. The problem I've got with Cody is that it's been a while since we've seen him really do stuff with anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of have to see what that's going to
look like.
Like, but he's really only had 4 feuds.
It could be in 6 months' time. I would say that.
Yeah,
Rollins, Lesnar, Shinsuke, Reigns.
If you're going to count Shinsuke as one, I guess.
Yeah.
I would put him. I'd probably put him as like the hard 5th.
Yeah.
As in, like he would be.
And so
I feel like he has to be in there.
In fairness to Dave Meltzer, it is a lot easier with some of those AEW guys to say like, yeah, they are a top 5. Like Kenny Omega, it's so easy to say that he's a top 5 wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me, Rollins.
He also consistently has been for years.
Yeah.
Rollins would have to be number 1. Kenny number 2. MJF would be number 4. Number 3. Maybe Kevin Owens. Great on the mic and always puts on a match.
Yeah, but I just don't really care. Like that's my.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, like I'm always glad to watch him fight wrestle, but I'm not invested if he wins or not.
He doesn't have that it factor.
Yeah,
you see, I think he does.
Fuck, I'm gonna be here a while.
I believe he does. Like
That's
I've always been a fan of Owens.
We did say this was all opinion, to be fair.
Like when he first came in, like because he came into NXT after Sammy.
Yeah.
And like hadn't even had a match yet, but came to celebrate his championship win, and then just bang hits the pop-up powerbomb on him.
Is this just men's wrestling? Actually, yeah. Is it just men's wrestling?
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, otherwise we're going to get super duper complicated. Oh, well, I probably wouldn't change my top 5, but like it'd get complicated in the 10.
Actually, no. If we were going to mix it,
no, let's not.
I'd put. And no, I'm just saying, if we were to, I'd move MJF to 5. I'd move Kevin's to 4 and put Rhea at 3.
I'd give that. Yeah, actually.
I can like. Yeah,
I'd probably put her in the end of the 5. Yeah, she deserves a spot.
Yeah, but that's
she'd be the only one. Charlotte would probably be a 6 or 7.
She's not right now because of her injuries. But she's not on. She's not applicable. Like,
no.
not.
But overall, her career wise, she'd be.
Yeah, but you said right now. And so right now won't attribute to
well, I was meaning current wrestler. Like,
okay. Yeah, but current you would say situation though. You wouldn't just say what they've done their whole career.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because technically Ric Flair is still a wrestler. So no, I'm not putting him in my top 5.
You know what's disappointing? A few years ago, AJ Styles would have been in my top 5.
He would have been like
and now he's not even close.
He would have been like 2 for me. Like, yeah, absolutely.
He was absolutely
when as you said earlier, when he was the face that runs the place.
Yeah.
Like even when he first came into WWE.
Oh, it's unreal, man.
Like when that P1 appeared on the screen at the Rumble. Nuts.
He was just a great in-ring technician, and he still is. But I don't know, he's changed.
Can we just appreciate the fact as well that we have Kane versus the APA? I can't remember who his tag team partner is, but Shane McMahon, best wrestler in the world. He won that tournament for the best wrestler in the world at the World Cup.
Look,
it's also it's X-Pac.
Oh, that was right, Kane and X-Pac.
Look, I think Shane has always been criminally underrated.
For not 80%.
For a bloke that clearly isn't a wrestler.
Oh yeah, he bumps well, but like you have to remember he fought the Undertaker in the cage match.
Yeah,
and as soon as you remember that, his underratedness comes down a little.
Yeah,
but he is like
you've got to remember the backlash spot where he jumped off the Titantron.
Yeah, that's that fucking. No, you don't have to. You can leave him there if you want. If I had to say top 5 though, like it, I can't believe I'm the only guy who's going to put Roman in there, but I am. Like, I don't like Roman. I'm talking about like you got to talk about presence or the whole thing. Like it's very basic moveset. He's a powerhouse wrestler.
Yeah,
but like
he'd be in my top 10.
Yeah, but like I'm not saying like he's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Like he's like 5, 6. Like he's like that.
I think I would have Roman in there if not for his lack of activity.
Yeah, that's what's like. That's what's like. It's why it's 5. It's why he'd be interchangeable for me. Like out of like I can switch him out and not put that match. But
I'm not saying he needs to be wrestling every week.
No, but just like
if he was just wrestling more than he was.
Yeah, 100%. I'd agree with that. When like,
he could have been wrestling more than he was when he was the champion.
Yeah, well,
but you've got to like we said earlier. There's bits that you've got to take into consideration. The fact that he's still been fighting leukemia, while he's been on this run,
supposedly. It's just they haven't brought any full confirmation of that, but it is supposed.
Look, I'm not.
They did mention it yesterday when in the tag match.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But there hasn't been any like official reports past it because they've tried to like quiet it down as well. So, but like,
look, I'm not holding it against him. Like it has actually built up his aura somewhat. The fact that he's never there, because then every time he does show up, he just like shows up on an episode of SmackDown. It's suddenly a massive event.
Exactly. Like when they announce he's coming the next week, they sell out. Like it's just, I'm not saying I like him because like not like I'm sure Giant Joe, the normal person, I'm sure he's really nice, but I don't like him as like I'm not interested. But I have to accept the fact that he is like he's in that position, and then it's probably Omega. Cody's probably stuck there with Roman in that 5-6 spot. Like they're like I could switch either one of them out, and that's fine. Yeah. Rollins is probably for me is 1.
I forgot Michael Hayes was part of the Hardy Boys at one point.
Oh, I never knew that. Rollins, like not in order. Rollins, Omega, Rollins / Rhodes. Gunther's probably top 10.
Yeah, Gunther's got to be top. I forgot about Gunther.
Yeah, hey,
not yet.
He's not yet, but he's probably like 7.
Yeah,
he's like 7.
I've never not been interested in a Gunther match.
Yeah, but none of it's been like brilliant.
No,
but it's interesting.
He also like it's hard to put someone in the top 5 of best wrestlers in the world who hasn't had a world title on yet.
Yes, it's true.
Because you don't know what he's going to be like at that level.
But as we said yesterday, this run he's had with the Intercontinental title, has made it almost as prestigious as one of the world titles.
As a low tier world title, or mid tier world. I would actually probably agree with you with putting Randy in there. Randy's probably like pretty like he's
still a massive draw.
Yeah,
and he's been going for 20 years. No,
about almost 20 years.
Like 2004 he came in.
Yeah, so almost about 20, 19 at least for now. So
and then he was off for a year after his shoulder.
He hasn't had that many injuries. Like he's had a few.
So longevity's been one probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, and he never left. He hasn't left at any point. I know we've said like don't include like the whole background, but like to what it creates now, I'd say probably deserves to be in that 5 still.
Yeah.
See, this is where I'm like I'm more of a WWE guy than say I know AEW is not an indie, but like you know what I mean, like a secondary.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, if you're talking best females in the world, then you've got to start looking outside.
You got to look outside
to Stardom.
You got to look at a lot of
TNA because you'd probably put Jordan Grace in there.
Yeah.
Well, not in the top 5, but like
but top 10,
top 10, top 15.
Like she's the Knockouts champion and has been for a while now. She's beating Naomi back in December.
You know what's weird? I probably would have put EC3 in like my top 7-ish at like probably like 4-ish years ago as well. But 5th, like
I wanted him to do so well.
Maybe Drew. Maybe Drew or Ospreay. Maybe Ospreay's. I think Ospreay's probably actually. Ospreay's always pretty quality. He's always high tempo, and he's always like.
Do you want to know what I want to know though? What Blowy's top 5 is?
I haven't watched.
No. It's Hulk Hogan. It's Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, The Rock.
Can't see.
They're not active wrestlers though. So
Rock is.
Yeah. John Cena.
The Undertaker is. He just popped up. Gone.
The Rock had a match last night. The other man.
Only because he had to.
It didn't have to.
You put Ric Flair in there, mate. He's probably going to have a match soon.
He should have retired when Michaels retired him.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Stone Cold beat up Kevin Owens. You know, we're talking about Kevin Owens being in the top 5.
Yeah.
Stone Cold
I was just waiting for him to go. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Farouk, Bradshaw, Michael Hayes.
Quite Zach. Who's Farouk?
I should have called him Ron Simmons.
I'm going to say it because it's obvious. All right, what's your all-time? Okay, you can go all-time because obviously you don't watch current wrestling that much. Like, who's your top 5? Flair, Hogan, Savage, Rock. Which also that's not an unfair 5, but
5 Stone Cold.
Okay, I respect it. Ooh. Well, for now.
Yeah.
Until we hear who's above him.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan 4 times.
No.
Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, NWO Hogan, Wolfpack Hogan, and what's the
The American.
Yeah, the American.
Yeah, that was
Mr. American.
Mr. America. There you go.
That was never Hulk Hogan. What do you want about?
Well, they never revealed it as Hogan, and he left before they did.
Did they actually never reveal it as Hogan?
No.
Oh.
He cracked the shits with the gimmick and walked out of the company.
Because it never was Hogan.
I'm a real American. Yeah.
Oh, he just spiked him on his head.
on his absolute dome.
Such a Ron Simmons thing to do.
So Kim, motherfucker. No. So 5 Stone Cold.
I'm probably gonna Flair 5, Stone Cold 4.
Yeah. Okay. Very fair. God, we sound like we're judging him so hard right now. I am. No, dude. We may as well do our all times if Zach's going to do his now. Too.
Yeah. I'll buy that WrestleMania week.
Probably Mr. WrestleMania 3.
Okay.
Wait, huh?
Sean.
Yeah,
Right.
Michaels.
Mr. WrestleMania. Oh, Mr. WrestleMania, right.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, he deserves to be in the 5.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Hunter at 2.
I would pay that.
Yeah.
I'd pay it.
And just because Rock was good on the mic and ring, Rock won.
You see,
Solid 5. Yeah.
yeah, I think this is a solid 5, but for me, I can never put Rock above Austin.
No, I would.
Yeah.
No, is this
Changes with the weather for me, honestly.
is this our top 5 or our 5 favourite?
Are they different?
Well,
Like my top 5 would be.
So you're right. Are you being subjective about it, or are you trying to be objective?
no. So I'm just trying to work because, like, my top 5 best wrestlers of all time are different to my top 5 favourite wrestlers of all time.
Let's make
Yeah.
it easier. Were they your favorite or the best to you?
They were the best.
Okay, they're the best.
In the era I watched.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So don't do you like don't put Booker T in number 1.
That's what I'm
Go on.
Because my favourite would be Booker 1, Bray 2,
Booker 3.
Yeah.
King Booker 4. Yeah.
Booker is not the goat.
No offense. Great, but no. Michael Hayes 1.
Michael
Val
Hayes.
Venus 2.
Michael Hayes was great in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Back when he was a bloody, what's it called? The Fabulous. No, he
Had
was
the
there.
Freebirds.
Yeah.
Shame
they died. Yeah.
Go on.
I actually don't know who my top 5 best of all time would be.
This is just the worst thing on the earth. I don't know why this exists. I hate it so much.
Gwen loves it.
That's great.
She was going to take it the other night.
Vidania.
This is the look of why he wants lasagna all the time. Because he's been doing.
Oh, he's so that Garfield is so stoned. Vidania. If I'm being okay, right. If we're doing best all time,
Okay.
Yeah.
this is not in order. Brett Michaels, both have to be in there.
Yeah.
Austin, Flair. This is going to sound like an icy cold take, but Angle.
Yeah.
Angle fits in my 5.
Yeah, that is very similar to mine. I would just put Hogan in place of Flair.
That's fair. I could. So Flair for me could be interchangeable with Savage. So like,
Sure.
yeah, that's yeah.
See, for me, I'd be very close to be putting Cena and Randy in there.
They're just outside for me. They're like 7th and 8th.
Very close
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in there, but I think they're like, if you're talking about like talent, like not, I don't know, that's getting very like, but I think they're up there. I just don't think they're in there.
Right, especially Cena, like for what he's done. Like Flair's going to be in there. I couldn't tell you because like what I watched as a kid, and like I was big on Hogan and that as a kid, but the way I view wrestling now and actually appreciate the art of it, Hogan was terrible.
Yeah, but it's the age, isn't it?
Okay. Defend that though.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. During the 80s and 90s,
Are we
not
doing
so
top
much.
10 now? Or I think for another 4.
No.
No.
So during the 80s and 90s, not so much because, you know, it was the style that it was.
Yeah.
But when he comes back in the 2000s, that style does not match up.
No, but he did what he had to do
For me.
to win the crowd over. Like he doesn't, as he showed when he went.
But
it's
the nostalgia.
he's perfectly capable of
don't get
like
me wrong.
wrestling. You know.
Yeah,
properly.
he can bump.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
Don't get me wrong. The New Japan stuff's probably the best stuff he did for his entire career.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
like he gets the crowd completely over by doing the hold up, doing the leg drop. Like, why does he need to do any more?
He only needs to. He only needs to do
buy
one.
that. I don't buy that.
Yeah, but the 99.
It's fucking stupid.
But the 99% did. Like, and that's
But this isn't the 99%.
It's still got-
This is my top 5.
Still got a bigger
You know
pop.
what I mean?
Like,
Well, then you're being objective. But the whole point is like, who you think the best?
Yeah.
Ah,
he still gets a bigger pop than anyone other than Stone Cold.
maybe The Rock.
Yeah.
Maybe The Rock. Like,
But it's because of how he's talked about. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Like,
No, like, don't get me wrong, he was a shithead, but like he was
like,
successful.
Not talking about him as a person.
no.
Cheat on your wife,
It's
anybody?
about-
But like, you know,
It's
it's
about how he's talked about and how he's perceived on TV.
Yeah.
Like he's always talked about being the biggest thing. So when he turns up, oh wow, oh my god, it's Hulk Hogan. You know,
it's because he was for about 15
So
years.
you've also got to think about.
but he was the first wrestler that really transcended wrestling.
Yeah,
But
and-
that's why he deserves the spot.
And if you're talking about like the greatest of all time, surely you've got to take influence over the industry into account. So Stone Cold absolutely did that. You know, Hogan definitely did that.
But
So people like Trips and Cena and Orton deserve a shout.
Yes.
Because,
but it's also why,
and probably Edge.
like when we're talking about in-ring work and stuff like that, the majority of his career.
I mean, he was shit on the mic too. If you're going to do that too, listen here, brother. But like, the people like
Wasn't great.
No, but like, it's enjoyable. But I just meant more as in like it wasn't like it wasn't drama, as in like how you would put someone now. But you enjoyed what he did. But like everyone, everyone also takes a piss out of it now.
I'm not saying like he's number fucking 50.
No,
I'm just saying he doesn't make my top 5.
Okay. So what's your criteria then?
Like
How do you make it objective?
Stu really said defend it.
no, but like for me, like your in-ring work would have to be, you know, immaculate.
Okay.
Like Michaels, like Brett.
Yeah.
You know, make the matches believable, tell the stories, all of that. Plus be really fucking good on the mic. Again, Michael's really great on the mic.
Yeah.
They're your 2 main criteria.
Okay. Yeah.
And then outside of that, to be the best, lack of controversy.
Okay.
Like,
then Flair doesn't go in.
That kind of puts my top 10 in things. I'd bet
no. But like, what I'm,
He probably deserves to be.
I'm not meaning backstage controversy.
Yeah.
But I'm meaning
You're still taking Ric Flair.
the finger poke of doom.
All
The whole WCW thing
for Gore.
fell apart
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of those 3
Yeah.
and what they demanded and tried to do.
Yeah.
you know, technically you've got the Montreal Screwjob.
Not his fault.
It's Vince's fault.
That's why I was a bit iffy on saying the Montreal Screwjob, but you know, it still shines a bit of a shadow on Michael's career. Very, very small one, but a little one.
I don't think it does.
I would completely disagree with that
Yeah.
statement, personally.
There's a lot of
I don't. When I think of Michaels, I don't think of the Montreal Screwjob. I think of the Montreal Screwjob when I think of Brett.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
when
If that makes sense.
if you were watching at that time, he was the most hated man on earth.
Yeah.
It's also given Michael some of his best moments on the
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
But again,
So good.
he used it to his advantage.
Yeah.
And he worked on that.
Yeah.
And he was good enough to do that. And that's why he makes the top 5. Hogan, how does he deal with the finger poke of death? You've also got to take into Hogan's body of work TNA.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to.
Yes, you do. If you're taking Hogan into consideration, his work with TNA has to be considered.
Well, that's why Angle deserves to be in that spot, because you can take his TNA work into
Yeah,
consideration.
I agree.
Angle Andy Run. Yeah.
I 100% agree. Kurt Angle's probably in the top 5. Kurt Angle had everything.
Top like 3, man.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I mean, my top 5.
But no, I meant for me.
I've told you before, I'm not a huge Kurt Angle fan.
Yeah.
But great wrestler,
You
great
suck.
body of work.
Yeah.
Great body of work.
No controversy.
No controversy
Legitimate.
apart from backstage stuff, but we
Yeah.
said outside of that,
Yeah.
in the ring, no controversial stuff. You know?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah. Apart from the drugs. But like it's pretty WWE, isn't it? So.
I
Like
thought that's part of the culture at the moment.
Different drugs though.
Or at least back then.
but you know, great body of work there. So
Yeah, he does have a great body to work. Yeah, so
got milk.
All right. Yeah. So go on then, based on that criteria that you've come up with.
well, Gangrel. Yeah. Ew. Gangrel deserves a shout purely.
Look at Edge just like no selling everything.
Very young Edge of him.
This was back when him and Matt Hardy were friends.
Well,
I'm
before,
sure they're friends now.
before he stole Lita.
Yeah, ages ago.
Do you remember when him and Lisa
Did
Sex.
the bed in the ring?
Sex display. See, that's more memorable than this year's WrestleMania. That's what's impressive.
She did not want to do that.
Do you really think? Do you know if Edge really wanted to?
Who came and interrupted it? Was it Cena or was
Cena.
He was saying
And like
thank God.
she just wanted. She was like, if I'm doing this, like I'm just gonna, you know, go down to my underwear. And Vince's like, no, don't take that.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a Vinci.
So she's actually naked under there.
Yeah, got to feel bad for later in that respect.
Wow.
That's a Vinci.
All right. Back to your top 5.
Yeah.
I went through it, didn't I?
No.
So I named 3. And then
No,
I put
you talked about how Hogan doesn't belong in it.
I went Michaels was in there.
Yeah, and you agree that
I put Angle in there.
Yeah, that's 2.
Who was the other one? I thought I named 2 others.
Brett.
No, you wouldn't put Brett.
Eddie Guerrero's got to be a close shoe in at some point.
Yeah, I put
as
Eddie
well,
as
probably.
6.
Yeah.
Eddie would be my. Eddie'd almost be my number 1.
Wow, that is an ugly Pokemon, Jesus. Sorry, I'm playing Pokemon Go. Like I'm just
What Pokemon?
Sandy Gust.
Oh yeah. Austin.
Show you this Gyarados I caught the other day later. Yeah.
Oh, and I said Cena and Randy would.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
But you
yeah.
didn't make the point of like if you were putting it or not. That's all.
They'd probably be the 5, 6.
Yeah.
So who's like 2? I feel like we're missing one.
Austin,
Cena,
Michaels.
Angle. What was the last one?
Austin, Cena, Michaels.
You said maybe Eddie.
Oh, Eddie would be my number 1.
Okay. Oh, I rate it. I rate that. I'm not against any of that list.
Yeah.
I don't have many of them in mind, but I'm not against it.
I mean, again, it's backstage controversy with Eddie, though.
And Randy.
There was never really in-ring controversy.
No.
Like, they're all pretty safe.
He just liked to party, but that's, unfortunately.
And then he straightened himself out.
In a coffin, yes. No.
So you don't factor into your criteria, like, how many titles they've won or how long they've held titles for?
I mean, if I was going to do that, then Sammartino.
Well, then you're going to put Sammartino in there, and I don't think he should be there.
I mean,
Bob Backlund, anyone?
To me, it's.
I'm not saying that should be sole criteria.
No.
I'm just saying, like, do you factor that in?
I would, yes.
Is that a reason for considering
I did
Cena
a little bit
and Randy? Because
but not only that, it's what they've done over their body of work.
Because I don't
the
think
matches they've had, the consistency,
right.
Like them being at the top in the main event picture.
Yeah. Because I don't think Cena quite.
God, I hate wrestling in those
like in its prime, he was very good with his in-ring work, but I don't think he's in the top 5 for his in-ring work. He's in there.
No, it's very
he's in there for his total package on the mic. You know, like title runs.
Cool.
That was cool.
It would have been cool if they actually made it work.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy wasn't on the floor.
We always called the spear off of the ladder really cool, but it honestly looked like a paraplegic trying to do it. So, like,
Didn't Edge and Christian used to work with him before he went to the Hardys? Or am I thinking someone else? Or at least Christian?
There's Christian and then there's
Edge and Christian and Gangrel.
Yeah, dude, weren't they in a bloody
The Hardys didn't come out with Gangrel, did they?
Yeah, they did.
I don't know about that.
So they've stopped. They've stopped blurring out the WWF, haven't they?
Didn't Edge and Christian have a real dark stable with him?
That's
Edge and Christian. That's who they're with now.
They were part of the ministry.
Yeah, but he came out with Jeff and Matt, not Edge and Christian.
No,
I think he did.
He did. If you rewind it.
He's right. He's right. The New Brood, they all supposed to. So you had the Brood, which was Edge and Christian, and then apparently the Hardy Boys were supposed to be the New Brood. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Victor and Terry Funk.
I hate both of them.
It's not Terry Funk, is it? Who the fuck's that?
Is it not Terry Funk?
No. I could. Oh.
Shake the snake.
Yeah, look at this. Like, if that actually hit.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it's Midian.
Oh, that dickhead. Yeah, right. I forgot about him.
It's Midian.
It's about as much as you can say about Midian, isn't it? Oh, I missed
Flattened.
Yeah, no, Zach is actually on the money here.
Yeah, fair play.
Gangrel it was for like a month. Like it was after the group ended.
This is just a tag team match of every member that was in the ministry.
Yeah.
It is 1999 tag or something. I don't remember what it was called.
Because Edge Christian, Gangrel.
Are you talking about this?
Yeah. Victor and Midian and Undertaker were the ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they broke off and had the Brood.
No, Brood. And then
and whatever these two were, Midian.
They really fucked ministry, making Vince the bloody what's his face.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Well, it's SummerSlam of some sort, so you know. But yeah, no, it literally lasted. It was right after when the Hardy Boys dumped Michael Hayes as their manager.
Yeah.
Turned heel, had Gangrel, went from August to October.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Gangrel wasn't around that long.
Good.
Imagine just seeing Viscera start to roll at you and go, oh, fuck.
At that point, you'd start considering your decisions to be a professional wrestler, wouldn't you?
Do you remember how Rikishi used to sell clotheslines? Where he'd do a 360?
Yeah.
Remember, like Rock would give him a clothesline and he'd do a...
Yeah. Was it Rikishi or Viscera that used to make that point of like if they didn't like the wrestler, they wouldn't like wipe?
Yeah, that was Rikishi.
Yeah, Rikishi.
Yeah.
And if
That's
he was
insane,
by
the way.
if he was a fan, he'd make sure it was nice and washed and clean.
Yeah, and if he didn't like it, he literally just wouldn't, he wouldn't wipe for like a day.
Who
No.
is it?
No.
So it only connected to the hair. I know
It's metallic, man.
I know Billy Kid had the hair like that for a while.
No, that's
This is Prince Albert with him when he was on that.
Is it not the other half of the Road Dogs?
No.
No.
Whatever.
No, because DX was a thing at this point.
Yeah.
So shiny. I'm a snake. That's like all I can think. That's all I can think of.
That's all I think of every time Laura says sneaky.
Yeah.
Isn't he the development person now?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
NXT development main guy.
Yeah, he's head of training.
Yeah.
Down at NXT.
Is this the one that started with? No. Is Gangrel with who was Gangrel with here?
The Hardy Boys.
Oh, this is 99.
Yeah, 99 SummerSlam.
Okay. Right.
That's a fair dive out of the ring, to be fair.
I just love every time King just goes.
It's Droz, by the way.
It's Droz.
It's Droz.
Yeah. Yeah. It's when is it the Headbangers?
Yeah.
One of them got injured.
Back when he could still walk.
Well, before he got spiked on his head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I just realised who wins this, so that's cool.
I'm guessing these two just came in.
It would be the Acolytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to matter that I'm ruining a 99
Yeah,
match.
I remember because everyone thought that like it was going to be Edge and Christian going the whole way, and the APA, like who weren't even really that popular at the time, just and considering they're doing an Acolytes like best match.
Have Hardcore and Crash appeared yet?
No.
Oh, they will.
Was Crash Holly there in '99?
Yep.
Damn.
Would have only just been because this is still Hardcore title era. So
yeah, but I didn't think Crash came into it until after I restarted watching in 2000.
Apparently not.
So
it's also Crash Holly, so who cares? But like, you know,
yeah, just go look that up.
God, we've really got unhinged on the podcast.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of editing to do there.
All right, Zach, you can go back to Eve Marie if you want. No.
Okay.
No, don't.
Probably really prefer Kelly.
Barbie Blank.
I liked it when she first debuted back in what?
Women's rights, everybody.
ECW.
ECW.
All right, now let's do a women's top 5.
Can you get cancer while on 200 followers?
Rhea, Charlotte.
China number 1.
No.
It was a joke. Relax.
Wasn't that Mabel?
Jacqueline. The top 5.
Very underrated.
But obviously the Bella twins. God, the worst. What's her face has got to be in there.
What's the face?
Yeah, that really helps. Right?
Top 5 greatest wrestler.
What's the face?
Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
I kept thinking Tori Wilson, and I'm like, no. I was like, no.
Tori Wilson is not in the top 5.
No.
And probably then Alundra Blaze.
For being for pioneer sakes, yeah. Mate, those golf clubs are so old. Why are you polishing? Sorry.
Who else could be in there?
I don't get why Sheep doesn't just hit range balls here.
You haven't thought about it. Well, I had thought about
You got
it.
so much space.
I go all the way down to those tree stands.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's got clubs, do you?
No.
That's why.
Oh, I had mine in the back until I left this morning.
Yeah, mine's sitting at the door.
Also, I don't want to hit the sheep
They
I
will
want to
move.
hit the sheep.
They will move.
or the horses.
That's fine. They're not yours. Wait, are they yours?
No, the
Keeper.
sheep are next door. The horses we're claiming. The owner doesn't come see them. We've had them for 6 months.
Good land rights. That's it. Top 5. I probably haven't watched enough women's wrestling to really have a solidified opinion, but it's probably
Leader, maybe.
It's probably going to be Rhea, Charlotte. Charlotte has to be in there just because of like pure success.
Yeah.
Rhea, Charlotte.
Rhea goes in for her current work.
Yeah.
Like if it's all time, then she's probably a top 10. But
Yeah, but probably Rhea
Is
and
it all
Charlotte.
time or is it? Oh, we're doing all time. Then it's probably. I'd probably still put Rhea in personally. Just because of like.
She'd be on the border for me.
for a top 5, yeah, I'd probably put her in there at top 5.
I would probably also put.
Oh,
China's not undeserving.
I think China probably.
Dude,
China-
China in Wrestlemania at the front row with his wife in the bright green.
What's your point?
Green shirt, dude.
No, the pink. Remember in all Wrestlemanias, he's always in the front row wearing a bright pink shirt, and his wife's always been the green.
Well, this is SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was just like just popped up.
Oh, okay.
There's green shirt guy now. Green shirt guy's always there.
Yeah, I'm talking like old school.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I'd say
China probably
China
isn't.
Probably for her pure pioneering.
Yeah.
Like,
I
if you're going to put a London Blaze into that factor of China, probably deserves a slot.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah, and obviously.
Like she's a bot rocket, but like she wrestled with the men. Like good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to give it to her.
She won an Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could only just be outside my top 5, like number 6 or 7.
I'd probably leave my last 2 spots probably just open for interpretation because I have not watched almost women's wrestling really outside of WWE, and I know there's a lot of talent there that I'm not recognizing. So,
There's a lot who would be like on the border for me. So it's like Victoria, Mickey James.
Yeah,
Mickey
It would be
James,
like
I'd put,
it would be like top 10, but maybe not quite top 5.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah, Jacqueline will probably be one of those.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably would I put it for longevity because she's still wrestling today. I'd probably put her in.
Yeah.
She's got a really good body of work throughout her career.
Glad you followed up with of work.
I realised as I was saying it, I'm like, that can get clipped so badly. But yeah, I mean, she's unfortunate that she went through the period where, let's just call it the Jerry the King Lawler period of wrestling of WWE. But outside of
Big
that,
Red, yeah.
I was more thinking puppies, but
Yeah, no, I know what you were saying. I just saw the gap.
not the way to talk about those women.
No.
Make sure you cut that out.
It's live.
All I said was red. I didn't say anything after that. What are you guys talking about?
Big red gap.
The big red gap. The big red machine.
No, Kane's already been in this match, hasn't he? They lost.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. I thought I swear I saw him.
Yeah, it was him and X-Pac.
Yeah.
I never liked how X-Pac always wore the DX gear
Yeah.
after DX had gone.
You
Like it's like he never really had an identity.
We didn't.
It was always just
Yeah.
the 5th bloke in DX and the 4th bloke in NWO.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one ever remembers him. It's always the big 3, Michaels, Triple H, and the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good drop kick. That one's not so much.
No.
Botch.
All right. Anything
Oh, that was
outside of
another-
wrestling that you boys want to talk about for the pod?
Ovechkin scored 2 goals the other day.
My foot's kind of itchy.
Who did?
Ovechkin.
Alexander
Oh,
Ovechkin.
yeah.
Scored 2 goals the other day.
Yay!
Yeah. They said he's predicted to make 29 for the season.
That does take him over 29.
Who's going to win the Premier League title?
Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree as
I
well.
still think it's going to
I
be
think it's
Liverpool.
Arsenal.
Still
You think Liverpool
I don't want it to be the Gunners. I never want it to be
even
Arsenal.
after drawing with Man United?
Yeah.
The problem is Arsenal do have Man United, I think, 2 weeks' time or something. So
The thing is, Liverpool are only going to get better from here on in. They've got a lot of players out there.
Have we been saying that a while? And every time they get more injuries, and then it's like, oh, they're going to be better. And then they've got a full squad. They're good for 3 games. Someone else gets injured again, and then it doesn't
There's
matter.
not that many games left. Like,
That's the point.
and I think Liverpool got easier run home. than
yeah, they do
Arsenal.
have the easier run home. They've got the easier run home than Man City and
Well,
Arsenal.
then if they bottle it, then it's showing them they're, sorry, Jurgen, but I don't know. I think it's time.
The draw with Man United is probably the only place they're likely to drop points,
Yeah. I guess we're going to find out.
and they're still tied with
Because
Arsenal.
they have Crystal Palace next. Then they've got That's not. Is Bristol in?
Brighton.
No, Bristol's not in Premier League this year.
No, they're in. League, yeah.
That'd be.
No.
So I'm watching. They're looking at their fixtures. So I mean, it's come up.
Oh,
with everything they've got.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Then they've Fulham,
So your easier one to do would be go the
So we've
Premier
got-
League,
Crystal Palace, Fulham.
because at least there it tells you the team names.
Hmm.
I saw it.
I've got team names.
Oh, I've got 2 English.
How do you say Bristol?
But I didn't check that there if it's the UEFA or the Premier League
Yeah.
logo.
I saw a meme the other day.
Mm.
Losing Klopp is seriously going to affect Liverpool in a similar way to when Sir Alex retired. This could well mean an end to their golden period of 1 league title in 34 years.
Yeah, they've got Crystal Palace and they've
Really?
got Everton, West Ham.
It's weird though because they have
They
been
fit-
very good the whole
Yeah,
time. They just
yeah.
haven't won anything
Yeah.
except for those.
This team of
They've got a few
North
cups.
London,
Yeah, but they all
Aston Villa, and then the Wolves last round.
And the 1 league title that they did win was COVID season, was lockdown season.
Does anyone care about their champions? Oh no. Okay, cool. Me neither.
I do.
Yeah,
The
well,
Champions League. Sunderland boy lifted the trophy. Of course I do.
it's about the closest Sunderland are going to get to the Champions League trophy for the next 80 years, isn't it?
Never seen a Geordie lift the Champions League trophy.
I think I remember their 2 Champions League final losses more than their win.
Yeah.
Stop playing footy with me. Fuck.
But in saying that,
Oh, you're right.
I remember
No.
I remember the one they won where they were 3-0 down against AC Milan at
Oh, yeah.
half time.
Well, obviously. No, yeah.
I do remember, wasn't it 1934 or something? Like,
It was 2000.
I'm taking the
2003.
I'm taking the piss.
Yeah. No, I meant during the Jurgen Klopp era. Because I remember that first one for the 2 amazing Gareth Bale goals.
What's that?
and
Yeah.
Go on
Um,
here.
Crash Holly and
Goalkeeper.
Alcohol Holly are fighting each other for some
the
reason.
goalkeeper, whatever his name was, being a muppet.
Oh,
That's
super.
super.
No,
Yeah.
well, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Can we just
No.
pay attention to the Premier League table for a minute though?
Oh, please don't.
So the top three
It's sort of like 2 points, something, aren't
is 1 point.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's going to be a good race. Like,
4th and 5th, Tottenham and Villa are both on 60 points.
Yeah.
They have an 11-point lead on Man United.
Mhm.
So the top 5 sorted, just not what order they're going to
Yeah.
finish in.
good on Villa, by the way, for having such
Yeah.
a good season.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins has been.
There is then a possibility that you could have Brighton, Wolves, and Bournemouth finish in the next 3 spots.
Yep.
Man United are on 49 points. Bournemouth are on 41.
Please, someone.
That is the difference between 6th and 12th. We could have Brighton, Wolves, Bournemouth finish 6th, 7th, 8th, and Chelsea, West Ham, and Newcastle missing out on Europe.
He's just taking his sweet time.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Please keep reminding me.
It
feels good.
Honestly, at this stage of the points stay the same between Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal's got it from goal difference anyway.
If it stays this way, but it's not going to stay this way.
Isn't Arsenal leading at the moment anyway?
Yeah,
they're equal on points.
Also,
okay.
We're not probably not talking enough about City. Like,
because I don't want to.
I get that, but there's a very real.
I think
City will win again.
I think if City, if City win it, Liverpool and Arsenal are bottomed.
Yeah,
they're in the driver's seat. One of those two should win.
There's a point in it.
I know there's a point in it, but they've also not really been.
Sure. Arsenal got
the
draw against City. That means that it's technically in there.
The momentum is with Arsenal and Liverpool more than even though City's coming back. That's probably the better way to put it. So it's
I think if Arsenal win it, it's deserved. I think if City win it, it's a case of Arsenal bottling it, and if Liverpool win it, they've done it against the odds.
Okay, hang on.
Had a good Gabriel Jesus look last year.
From this point in the season, where they are now, separated by only a point.
Yeah.
If City win it by a narrow margin from here, how is that a bottle job? Like, what happened last season to Arsenal?
Can we not bring it up, please?
You brought it up already about 2 minutes ago.
I will cry.
I think that.
Jeez.
Oh, no.
I think that does kind of count because they were in such a strong position, and they blew it with games that they should have won comfortably.
Like Forest.
If they don't win,
you had a couple
where they've been in front of City for the majority of the season, it's a bottle job.
I think that's a very rough statement.
Okay,
where they've played the better brand of football,
right?
Where they've not lost the City, for the entire season,
But then if they lose the title to Liverpool, it's not a bottle job.
Well, no, that's what I said. If Arsenal lose the title, it's a bottle job. Liverpool aren't expected to win.
No. Arsenal already had their bottle job. That's not.
Every year's a bottle job for them.
That's not.
Sunderland's having the bottle job this season, but
100%. There's fucked everything.
That's not even me trying to go at you. It's just like I know they just.
They should never have sacked Tony Mowbray. Never have sacked him. We've won 3 games since he got sacked.
Us three think Arsenal are going to win. You think Liverpool are
I think Liverpool.
You know who's really had the biggest honker this year? The fair play financial rules this season. The FA. The FA have had the biggest honker.
What's going to happen if they hand out another fine and then it gets to the end of the season, it's appealed, all of it's retracted, and all of a sudden there's going to be
Imagine Forest prep to have to go back to the champ. No, I'm hoping they don't. But imagine they prep to have to go back to the championship because of what's happened. They appeal, get their points back, and then all of a sudden they're back in Premier League.
It'd be even worse for say like Luton or whatever.
Yeah.
If they were to finish like a point above us. And then we get 2 points back.
Fine. Especially when they're already on such like no budget. Like
you just can't have that because they'll be forced to go and like whoever thinks they're getting relegated is going to have to go and sell players.
Yeah. And they'll wait until like that starts happening too, and then they're like, "Oh no, your appeal's being turned around." Like congrats.
But even if they get this sorted out before the end of the season, right? They've still got the Man City problem. Because there's no way that they can play their cards right here, right? Because they're always going to look bad, right? They've handed out relatively big punishments for relatively small financial infringements, to small clubs. And then you've got Man City, and it's not just Man City, it's Chelsea as well.
And Arsenal.
And Arsenal now, apparently. It's
We're
like,
fine.
Mate, I read you the numbers
be fine.
if you're a bit,
fine.
Let him be. Let him
the
live
message,
the Lulu.
the message that
That's
they,
where Arsenal fans live, though.
the message that they have sent out and continue to send out with all of this is, if you're a big club with lots of money, you're totally fine.
Yeah, and it's not the right way.
And if you're a small club, sorry, you're not allowed to invest and spend money on your club to get better.
And grow.
You're not allowed to. No, this is a game just for the big boys only.
And it's
How very F1 of the FA.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's not only that a lot of the charges with City aren't around the FFP and the FRS or whatever the fuck whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's around doing illegal shit.
Some of it.
But some of it's for paying Pellegrini under the table.
Yeah.
And Mancini under the table.
Yeah.
And having 2 contracts.
Some of it is also just fluff to make the to stack the number of charges.
100%.
Like the grass length not being right, or
but I mean, there's still stuff that you're supposed to make sure is right.
Yeah.
It wasn't the grass length. I think that was Tungy putting something in there. I think one of 5 of the charges or something though were the pitch length was outside of regulation.
Right.
So it was,
too long.
Yeah, too long or too wide.
Right.
Or too small.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which, in a sense, is cheating. If you've got specific guidelines and then you're training your team, okay, we've got a wider pitch than everybody else. So let's use that space.
Yeah.
And nobody else is able to train to that. You're essentially cheating.
What I'm really looking forward to see, because isn't there a thing going around now that Pep's being investigated for using steroid for players? Because at Barcelona,
that's a super
old
thing.
doctor.
No, that's a very old thing. It was never very old. No, it's not. They're not looking into that. And even if they are now, they can't.
The internet might bring it back up, but
yeah, it's a very old theory. They're not.
Oh, that was me watching.
TikTok
Goal 90.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how long ago.
Yeah. Let's say,
because I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
They've set a precedent of 6 points for a fairly minor financial infringement.
Yeah.
What does the punishment then have to be if City are found guilty of
even
half of that stuff?
No, League One.
They have to. For me, they have to be stripped of their titles.
Yeah, but probably more than that.
I'm happy to have the title from last year. I'm happy to have it.
For the years.
Of course we are. We count those.
No, but it would go one of 2 ways.
It would not count. They wouldn't count a winner.
They'd either not count the winner or they would actually give it to whoever they were supposed to. But I think
great for Arsenal, I guess.
I think it goes down as they would have no winner if they strip them of titles.
I get the feeling
because the money that City would have to pay out, like you think of every trophy, the ramifications. Like even you go back to 2014, Sunderland's supposed to should have won the League Cup. We should have had European football the next year. We never got that.
Mm-hmm.
So then, how do you repay the money back to them?
But City can pay it because I have blood money.
It doesn't matter.
That's not good. Yeah.
You've got to work out how much Sunderland would have had for the 3 games that they would have played in the league stage. And then worked out, okay, well, if they'd gone further in that, they would have been able to buy more players. So then we might not have ended up getting relegated in 2016.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't have gone to League One in 2017.
It's a really difficult one because, like, yes, it's a sporting competition, but it is such big business.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it's probably going to happen with the Premier League this season with someone getting relegated who you could argue shouldn't have been relegated, and then there's such huge financial implications. It happened in the Championship a couple of seasons ago with Derby, and there were clubs who went down, and they took it to court because they said, well, we shouldn't have been relegated. It should have been Derby, and we've lost X amount of money on account of like the league making the wrong decision here.
And then it almost bankrupt Derby.
Yeah.
And like, it's just, it can't keep going the way it's going, but it can't also go the way that they want it to go.
No, there has to be some form of.
Sorry, the way I meant that was it can't keep going the way that it used to. with City and that just pumping money in willy-nilly, but it also can't go the way that it's gone with the FFP, the FRS, the SRS, the fucking APA, fucking
TSA.
Yeah, there has to be some form of, financial sustainability, because you don't want clubs spending money that they don't have. But you shouldn't be stopping a smaller club from investing in new players if the owner has that money that they want to spend. Like, what other business in the world says, no, but you're not allowed to spend your money on investing in your business.
But at the same time, I see their point of view, because then you're just going to have City throwing ridiculous money in.
But they do anyway, because their revenue is so much higher.
Yeah. Well,
so because it's revenue based and they make so much more money, they're allowed to spend so much more money, which keeps them so much further above everyone else.
Just catch up here. Mm-hmm. Fuck you. It's got a legendary Pokemon in my house in the middle of a field. I agree. So it's just bullshit.
Like, we're never going to see, if this continues, we're never going to see like Leicester winning the Premier League again.
No. You're never going to see anything like.
No,
it's going to be the top six.
You just have to wait until oil magnates can literally pay for every team to maybe correct. But I don't know what happens. So
you're going to end up in a position that's going to cause less owners owning teams, and corporations buying teams,
which is eventually going to devalue the league.
You're going to end up in the basketball situation,
and then we're basically just going to get the Super League anyway. Yeah,
Disney are going to end up buying Liverpool. Fucking Microsoft will end up buying Man United. Sony will buy someone. WWE will end up fucking. Oh, right, it won't be WWE. TKO will buy someone. Yeah, because they're the only ones that are going to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And all the small guys are going to want in.
Yeah, and if it turns into a franchise situation, then the football pyramid in England is broken.
Yeah.
But the football pyramid exists. The football pyramid exists
Jesus.
all over Europe. It's not just an English thing.
Yeah. Like
basically every European country that has, big enough football league has some form of football pyramid.
The whole thing just falls apart. It's the Batchams. Orlando Jordan.
No. God.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, the FBI. Remember them? Full-blooded Italians.
Oh yeah.
They just made a comeback in TNA.
Yeah, right. Do they?
I was watching the video last night.
Is that Johnny Morrison?
No.
Very young Johnny Morrison?
No, it's not.
No.
It's funny though. That's good.
I'm trying to see who actually is in there. Is it Kai and Ty Funaki?
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Jeez.
B1, Matt Hardy. Jeez, that was a terrible gimmick.
Yeah.
Although it was kind of telling, because he had the stuff come down the side, which WWE now uses.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little bit revolutionary in a sense.
What do you mean stuff come down the side?
Like here, Matt hates bar fights.
Oh, right.
Like he used to have like random stuff come up,
Yeah.
almost like an ad.
Good.
Oh, jeez. All right. I think we've talked about enough.
Yeah.
Gaming stuff.
South Park Snow Day sucks. That's a shame.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a new release for Grey Zone coming out tomorrow, like a new actual gameplay from developers.
X Defiant's still on hold, and I'm depressed about that.
We need to get on to
We might-
Helldivers.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
going.
I still haven't played Helldivers yet.
It's finding the time for all of us to jump into
I
it.
have to reinstall it. I installed it when I
When you refit your computer for the
Yeah.
15th time?
Yep.
Yeah. Shock.
Instead of just reading. So this idiot
Oh,
Here
no.
we go.
this idiot
Ah, never ends.
decided to reboot his computer.
For
Like
the
factory
second time in
reset
2
it.
months.
Because he installed the same plugin fucking
Mod.
mod twice on his computer for
And didn't take the time to realize.
and didn't take the time to read the fact that it said do not install.
That's right. It literally said don't install, didn't it? Yeah.
And we kept telling him it's easier just doing them one by one or reading the descriptions, because a lot of the time they'll leave a mod up, but they'll put a description on there saying, look, it's broken, or people will comment saying it's broken. This idiot did it twice in a week.
Nah, funny.
My defense, I do play.
No, don't